Is Astrology a Lie? Part 2. Okay, and so if you haven't seen part 1, this part stands alone, so that's okay. And go see part 1 when you have a chance, because I explain how mainstream astrology is a lie at worst and inaccurate at best. And I give you all the details about how and why that is in part 1. And in part 2, we're going to continue with the bad rap that astrology gets. So I love astrology. It's my new favorite thing. It's one of my new favorite things. I have lots of favorite things. And astrology is another powerful, magical tool that can help us navigate this life and make and get the most out of it, which if you've been hanging out with me for any length of time, you know that's what I am all about. And if this is your first time with me, let me tell you that that is what I am all about, which is getting and making the most out of this amazing and magnificent human experience. So in part 1, I shared how mainstream or tropical astrology is inaccurate and why that is. And I'm also going to continue with astrology is not who you are, right? Lots of astrologers and funny memes on social media let us make astrology the victim, or our astrology the victim, right? Like, oh, I didn't do it. Mercury retrograde made me do it, or I did it because that's my Pisces moon, or whatever it is. And that is all bullshit, okay? Just let me tell you right from the get-go, that's all bullshit. Astrology is your friend, and it's here to help you. So in part 1, I shared how you are likely not the sun sign that you think you are. And I'll put the link in the comments or somewhere in this post again, depending on where you're watching it, on how to run a chart, how to run your true sky chart and determine what your true sign is based on the actual sky, which is not what mainstream astrology uses. And so as I've been sharing with people what their new sign is, or that the sign that they thought they were is incorrect, people have been really resistant. Some people, not all, others, truth seekers, are like, tell me, I want to know more, I want to know the truth. And if that's you, this is definitely for you. And if that's not you, well, you decide, take what resonates and leave the rest. And so a lot of people, again, have been resistant to letting go of what they thought they were. Okay. So I'll just use my example. And, up until a year and a half ago, I thought that my sun sign was Gemini. And now I know that the sun was in Taurus when I was born. And for me, that really resonates very deeply. Whereas there were some aspects of Gemini that I resonated with, but not entirely and not so much. And so I was never really able to embrace my astrology because it just didn't work for me. Although some of it did, because I do have Mercury in Taurus when I was born, which is Gemini's ruler, which means that I have a lot of Gemini. I did have some Gemini energy when I incarnated in this world, and therefore is present in this human life. And so some of it resonated, but not a lot of it. And so when I discovered that Taurus is my sun sign, I too was very resistant. Surprisingly, I was very resistant to letting go of what I thought I was, right? The label, the conditioning, the programming that I thought I was. And, now I'm studying astrology, and I've since, 444, as I said that, and I'm now embracing all of it. And let me share with you that you are all of it, and it's not who You are you. You are the beautiful you, infinite, limitless, free. And the astrology, your particular astrology, today's astrology, whatever astrology you're looking at, that's just the energy that I'm going to go back to your astrology when you were born, right? That you came into this world with. That's the astrology that was present and is available to you, is primarily available to you in this incarnation. So I invite you to learn about it so you can maximize it versus it being a crutch or a hindrance for you, right? So as I'm sharing with people and teaching them how to discover what their actual astrology is, what their true signs are, and there are some signs that get a recurring like ew when I share it. And Gemini is one of them because, Geminis are in the mainstream are known to be, moody and shifty and shady and can't make up their mind and they're kind of flaky. And that's all bullshit, right? And now I'm Taurus, and Taurus are known to be stubborn, bullheaded, immovable, what have you. And Scorpio is another one. Whenever I say, I mention Scorpio, they're like, ew, or I knew some Scorpios. One, whoever you think you knew, that's probably not their sign. And mainstream or tropical astrology has been twisted and distorted. Again, in part one, I share how it's inaccurate and how it's a lie. And that distortion, if you're following it and trying to use it to improve your life, is going to keep you off, right? Like not quite right. And so back to the signs getting a bad rap. That's another thing that I find mainstream astrology does, is it promotes the negative of all the signs, like what I just described. Whereas I just gave you some negative attributes for those three signs. Whereas, for example, Gemini is curious and can see both sides of any situation and is flexible and a quick thinker and fast thinker, right? What if Taurus is steady, stable, consistent, and solid in its beliefs? And Scorpio, right? They're like, oh, moody. Scorpios are like moody and stuff. But what if like Scorpio is the shaman, I'm at a loss for words, but I really love the Scorpio energy. My rising is close to the Scorpio energy, right? They're shamanic, they're dark, they're not afraid of the dark. They're able to work through the healing and help others work through the healing because they're close to a fucus, which is the 13th sign that tropical astrology also doesn't talk about. And so I invite you to explore your true sign. And again, I'm going to put the link in the comments where you can run a quick free chart. You don't even need to give your email address to find out what your true sky astrology is. And it actually gives you like a little mini horoscope as well. And then I'm going to invite you to come back and share with me what your sun, moon, and or rising signs are. And you need your birth date and location, and you need time of birth for rising. But if you don't have your time of birth, you can get the other two signs just fine. And it's worth it to get your time of birth so you can get your rising sign, because that's the most important in my opinion. Whereas that's another distortion where tropical astrology, it's all about your sun sign, which is fabulous. It's how you express yourself here. And in my opinion, it's not the most important thing. Your rising sign is the most important thing. And it's all fabulous, fascinating, and wonderful to learn about, and can help you really navigate this world with grace and ease and maximize your gifts and what you're here to be, do, and have, which is whatever the hell you want, right? Whatever the desire is in your heart, that's what you are meant to express here. And knowing your true sky astrology can help you with that. And so let me look at my notes and see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. Oh, bad rap. Poor Mercury retrograde gets a terrible bad rap. And as I record this, it's July 8th, 2025. Mercury is going to go retrograde soon, next week or soon. And so, Mercury gets a bad rap. It's known for, it has a reputation for making things go astray, particularly communication, writings, contracts, and travel, and all of that. And although that can be true, right? Like I invite you to pay close attention to those sort of things when Mercury is in retrograde. But Mercury in retrograde is actually a wonderful time to go within and just revisit your communication style, right? What conversations do you need to have with yourself and with others? It's also a great time to redo and revisit things. And I love that I'm going to be redoing and revisiting some things in my work and in my content. And I just love how how I naturally am coming to this point in my life and in my schedule as Mercury retrograde is about to embark for us. And that's what happens when you get into alignment with your true astrology. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not sure if there's going to be a part 3. Let me know what questions you have. And again, I'm going to put the link for how you can run your free chart. Don't even need to share your email address. So you can get what your true sky astrology is, and come back and tell me in the comments what your sun, moon, and rising is, okay? And how is this landing for you? This is really hard for me to, and that might be part 3. That might be the part 3 is how do you acclimate to this new information, this new awareness, which is so, that might be a part 3, which is so prevalent for this topic. And I know many other areas of life as well. Okay, so that's it. Come back, tell me your true sky astrology, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'll see you in the gap. Ciao for now.